I've been thinking about editing the other video, but editing takes a lot of time, and I'm feeling like I'm not going to do this. So, closing up the Menstrual Hygiene Awareness Month, I had to do this video, and one more video is going to come from Mommy Menstruation later, and so I had to do this one first. It's my chronicles of getting to see my menstrual cycle. And I want to say this. There are lots of things that we talk about bloomers. They're early bloomers and they're late bloomers. So early bloomers are those people who get things happen to them at a younger age, earlier on in life, while late bloomers are those who get those things to happen to them while they're older. So I got to start seeing my cycle, start menstruating at a very old age. Like I would say old because that's what it was. And the funny thing is, I was in a single sex school, like it's all girls school. I was in a boarding school. And so, of course, I went to school so fast. That was just one other thing that was crazy. I went to school so fast. So sometimes things were not really happening to me in time, basically. So when I went to the school, it's like when I got to Form 1, everybody, like a whole lot of ladies were already seeing their menses and stuff like that, but I wasn't. And society and those friends of mine were making it look like you're not a lady if you're not a woman, basically, if you're not seeing your menses. And I'm like, oh my God, am I really a girl or a guy? Who am I? Am I a girl or a guy? And mind you, when I was younger and I have my hair cut like low curl because in school, in boarding school, secondary school, and all of my secondary school and high school, I had our hairs cut. We had low cut and everything. We're not doing our hairs in school and stuff. So I was really looking like a boy. And it's not even only that. I was like a mosquito. I was so tiny. I've not grown so much anyways. But then it was worse. I was so tiny. And so I was really looking like a boy. So it's like, in fact, no of my features had gone up, no breasts, no bum, no hips, nothing at all. So I was really like, am I really a girl? And then you go to school, like everybody's talking, oh no, yeah, I saw my this at this time, at this, and I was just in oblivion. Like my mother had never told me anything about it. I don't know if my sister had said anything about it. No, I don't think so. I knew nothing. I mean, I was in oblivion. And then I get there and people are telling me, like, if you're a girl, you're a woman, you know, this is what makes you a woman and stuff like that. No feminine features did I have, none at all. Okay, yeah, probably I had my VJJ because I'm a girl. But it still didn't feel like that. It just felt awkward, like this strange kind of girl. So I went on Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, like, oh my God. And I'm listening. Everybody, some people had theirs when they were 9 years old, some people 10, 11, 12. And I'm getting to 13, 14, nothing. I start feeling like I really have a problem and I'm probably not a girl. I start thinking, like, you know how school pressure is. I start thinking, like, maybe there was a mistake in my school. Like, maybe there was a mistake when I was born. Something is wrong with me. Something should be wrong with me. And I couldn't tell anybody that those were the pressures I was going through, like feeling like I'm not a girl. I don't know what's going on. Like, no, I really had nobody to tell me. But if my parents had known about it, they would have spoken to me about it. And probably if somebody like me had also given their testimony like I'm giving right now, some people will know that it's not a problem if you're like, I got mine at the age of 15. I had crazy mixed feelings. Gosh, it was like, I don't know how to explain the feeling, but it was total, it was a bundle of mixed feelings. Like I was excited and I was confused and I was everything. I knew what it was then because I'd heard my friends talking about it all the time. I got completely stained because I didn't even know what was going on. I just woke up and like I was totally stained. And then I got to understand that this is what the girls have been talking about. This is what the other girls have been experiencing and stuff. But if my mom knew, if I had heard from someone that it's possible for you to get it that late, I used to really think I had a problem and I wasn't sure if I was a girl. Seriously. And I always used to like being among guys and stuff, so it was just worse. But my school was a single sex school, all girls school, so that's why I got to meet girls. And then it's like everybody was experiencing this amazing thing. To me, it felt like it was amazing. I was the only one who wasn't experiencing it, and they were saying that for you to really call yourself a woman and a girl, you should be experiencing that, and you should have some of these features like big breasts and bumps and hips and stuff. And I had none of that, and I was so tiny. I was really, really looking like a boy. I wish I could find one of my pictures when I was that young and put it on here so you can get to see. But well, it is what it is. So I was really scared. So what am I saying here? I'm just trying to say that a lot of people can be late bloomers and some people are early bloomers. So if you get yours, don't make the person who is a late bloomer feel bad. When we're talking about early and late bloomers, people always think about intelligence, like school smartness or street smartness or whatever that is. I would say like my elder sister, she was a late bloomer when it comes to studies. When we're in high schools and secondary school, she wasn't really like, into all of that. But when she got to the university, oh my God, she was killing it. I mean, she was killing it, people. Like, she was just getting all the scores, everything. She was just getting it so well. You can imagine that. Meanwhile, some of us who had been loving school and loving school and loving school, she was just getting way beyond us like that when she was in the university. So there's some people who are late bloomers. There are people who start getting it right, doing business, getting everything straight. There's some of these societal things that they've put, like, oh, at this age you're supposed to have done this, at this age you're supposed to be here and there and there. Yeah, there's some people like that. I was an early bloomer when it comes to going to school, so I went to school and I completed like kind of young, basically on the average. I completed school kind of young, completed university young, and all that. So that happened to me, but it didn't happen to many people. But when it comes to the one of the menstrual cycle thing, mine came late. I was a late bloomer. So of course we need to get that at the back of our minds. There are some people that are going to have things happen to them later on in life than other people. So don't compare yourself with any other person. But if you feel like it's a health issue, maybe it's not coming because of a problem. I couldn't even tell, and my dad was a doctor. I could not tell nobody. Like, I was really open to my dad, but I could not tell him that I was going through all that kind of stress and I was feeling bad. Like, I'm not sure if I'm a girl or a guy, because they say this is what women should be experiencing, and women of my age, almost all of my friends in school were experiencing it. Why was I not experiencing it? It means I probably have a problem. So I was thinking, there's this kind of thing they call ubanje, like outcast children, like some kind of you're cursed. So I felt like I was cursed at some point. I think I felt like that. So I couldn't tell anybody. I was thinking like I have a problem. So I was always praying and begging God that he should just save me, he should just help me. And when I was 15 years old, that's when I started seeing my menses, and it was like this, I mean, it was like a relief. I mean, like some really crazy relief. And even after knowing that, I still got myself stained several times, because what I used to notice was that when I'm very active, I don't feel pains when it's coming. But when I'm not very active, I feel a little bit of pain. And then at some point, when the pain wasn't coming anymore, I used to get some acne at the tip of my head like that, and I know it's coming. Then later on, that stopped. After a while, it came back again, and then it will come out on all of my face. Oh my God, you need to see my face. And then when it's done, it all goes away. People have different experiences, so no particular experience is stated to one person. And you see, so that's why if my dad had spoken about it, if my mom had spoken about it, if my sisters or anybody, maybe my brothers had spoken about it, I'll not be so worked up, I'll not be bothered. And a lot of people can go through that and get depressed. But thank God that I didn't. But some people can get depressed because of that, because society is saying that you're supposed to have had this by this time, by this time, by this day, and then you're not having it. You're wondering, like, I was really wondering if I was a girl or a guy. Seriously. Even though I had a BJJ. That's crazy, right? Yeah. It was crazy like that. So just imagine if I was in this kind of societies where it's legal that you can say you're a lady boy or a boy girl or kind of funny things, those things. I would have probably thought that I was one of those kinds of people. Maybe I was just born with that one ladylike future because that was the only one I had. that could make me believe I was a lady. And all the others, I never had any until I was 15 years old. Like 15 years old, I got the cycle started, and then later on, my body started developing and all. And then I got the breast, I got a little bit of bum and stuff like that. So that's how it happened. So that's why we're saying that every single person needs to know about it. You could be a dad and your wife is not around. If your daughter starts getting, if she gets her first experience, you would have to be able to help her. And guys also need to know, not just because they can also be of help, but they should not make fun of the girls. The girls are already going through a lot. It's a natural thing that is happening to them. It's not like they have a way that they can control it. But if you know that this is a natural thing that happens to a lady and she gets these mood swings within the seasons and within this time, you'll be able to know how to treat her better, right? That's the whole essence of why every single person needs to know about it. So it's not just because it's happening only to a girl, so a girl child is the only person we're supposed to know about it. No, every single person, both male and female, are supposed to know about menstrual hygiene. They're supposed to be menstrual hygiene aware so that they can be able to help their daughters, sisters, nieces, cousins, aunties, and all the ladies that are in their lives, and they'll be able to treat them right. I remember sometime I got stained. I had this immaculate white dress and I went to church, and on getting up my whole body was stained. I don't know how I didn't feel it. I don't know how I didn't sense it, but my entire white dress was stained. And then the people treated me right. They didn't treat me bad. They gave me something. I tied it on my body and I went home. Sometime I remembered, sometime it was in school. When I was in high school, I still got stained like that. So there are some times, and some people get stains not because they didn't prepare or they didn't know they have heavy flows. Some people have heavy flows, some people have long flows, like the duration. Some people flow for 7 days, some people, mine like maximum has always been 3 days, but if it's really, really max, it's 5 days. Meanwhile, some people flow for 7 days and even more, and sometimes it's really heavy. Mine is not that heavy. So there are some things that they say don't eat within the season. I'm sure some of our health experts will be telling us, we have Health Arena on Royal Inspiration, right? We have Health Arena, and so some of these experts will be telling us things we need to do within the season and what we don't need to do and how we can help ourselves and get this experience better. As in, bleed with pride. Yes. So I finally found out that I was a girl. And yes, I was a girl. I am a girl, and I'll keep being a girl, and I love being a girl. And it will come here in the next life, there's the next life, I'll still want to be a girl because there are just a lot of things about femininity that is just so I love it. I love when I'm being pampered. I love when I'm being chased. I love all those things that ladies experience, please. So, yes, I'll always want to be a girl. I love being a girl. And thank you all for listening to my story, my chronicles of finding out whether I was a girl or a guy. Can you imagine that? Keep wondering and wondering and wondering, are you a girl or a guy? Are you a girl or a guy? So that's my story, and I just wanted to drop it in here to close the Menstrual Hygiene Awareness Month and thank everybody who has been creating awareness about this and making the world know that it's important for each and every one of us to be our sister's keeper, especially when they're going through the season. It's not a thing that happens only once in a month, but the awareness is much more within this month. They give this month and this season for people to create more awareness so many more people can know. So, like I said, many more medical professionals are going to be coming on to tell us the do's and don'ts, and we're still going to get one more video from Mommy Menstruation showing us the various kinds of pads we can use and how we can use the pad. Thank you all so much. On Real Inspiration, I always get to say I love you so, so very much, but God loves you way, way more. It has been Health Arena. My health, my wealth. Get to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the updates each time we upload a new video. Ciao, ciao. Mwah. Okay.